Perfect. Hey, everybody. So sorry, but we were supposed to go live yesterday. Some stuff came up. So now we're going to do a quick, live stream during the day because we got some time. Today, we're going to take a little break. We're going to try doing a different rig this time. So I'm starting to rig this Harry Potter character. And we're going to try and get this guy as far as we can. And then maybe next week we'll go back to the Tanuki rig and see how that goes. So yeah, I hope everyone's having a good Saturday. And yeah, any questions, guys? Let me know. We're going to be going pretty slow starting from scratch. So even feel free to follow along if you want with your own characters and rigs. So right now I'm working on the glasses. Now, I got to see, because I want there to make it look like there's glass, but I want to be able to select the pupils. So I got to figure out a solution to that after. So we have the lens, we have the hook, and now let's do the bridge of the nose. Just with the line tool. You see I have my palette already made as well. We can kind of go in here and draw that. And we can take our pencil editor and just edit this so it's not so, organic, or not organic, uniform is what I meant to say. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to connect this over here because I want these to be connected. And to take this a step further, let's group with Control-Shift-G here. So we have our back lens. Now we can copy this, clone selected drawings only, and let's flip it. So if I flip it there, I'm just going to match it to my drawing. There we go. Let's put a static transformation. And I do this because I'm probably going to want to update these sometimes, and I want them to kind of match, which is why I do clone drawings only and not duplicate, because my drawing substitutions won't update. Back lens. Static transformation. Okay. Now we can select all this. Press this little button here. Prefix. Remove the B and replace it with an F. There we go. Now it's labeled properly. So we have this individually, and then we're just going to have one peg on the top. That is our glasses master. Everything's nicely tucked away in these groups. Let's go back in though and edit this a little more. So if I come in here, let's try this. Because if we look, I've separated my line art and color art. Okay, so if I separate line art, color art, maybe I can just lock my color art layer. So now, oh, that doesn't work. I was hoping that would just lock it so I can't select it. Let's try this. If I copy that, and I just show the line art here, and I just show the color art on this, then I lock this drawing, that kind of works. So I can still select my glasses. Actually, so I'm going to need to do it like this. Let's go here. I'm going to go back lens. And then this is going to be back lens full. So now I can select my lens, but if I click, I can also select my eye because my color art layer is locked. Now, will that work when we're animating? I don't know. Maybe that can get a little bit annoying, but for now, let's leave it at that. And let's correct these pivot points. So for the bridge, I'm going to put it somewhere here. Oh, sorry. Let's go back inside. So for the hook, I'm going to hook it here on the ear. For my lens, let's kind of have it somewhere there. And then let's copy this pivot and paste it here. So now I can go like this. Let's see. Yeah, maybe I want the pivot somewhere more in the middle. Because when I'm turning the character, it might be easier to get that look that I want. Again, so I group these as well. You don't have to group them, but I like to keep everything organized because what the group does, right, when I step up and I press B, see, it gives me that extra step before I can select everything. Okay, let's go in. And let's throw a deformer on this. Now, this is where it could get tricky. Let's see. If we create a deformer with 4 points, how does it yeah, see, it's really messing up my color art. So we have two options. I could use, let's see if everyone can see as well. I keep forgetting that my screen is too small. There we go. We can use a weighted deformer. But I don't know if I want to do that. What I'm going to do for now, to keep things simple, I'm just going to get rid of this color art. So he's just going to have his glasses. There's going to be no outline just yet. Let's get rid of that. Let's activate all these. And just the color art, I'm just going to get rid of it. Oops. For now. Okay, so he has glasses, but it's kind of like an illusion. Each one has a deformer, and what we're going to do is when I deform this, I want this to move as well. So we've been doing this a lot on this channel, right? We're going to do a point kinematic output. We'll plug it in here, just like that. Now we select this, show controls, and we're going to move our point right to where we want it to be connected. So we're going to connect it somewhere there. Right, so now it's attached to those glasses. And I can also move it here. I actually might move this pivot point actually closer to there, so it's attached. Okay, I'm liking that better. Let's reset just in case. And the best part, I can take my lens, clone drawings only, and just replace that group. I can select it, prefix, remove the B, add an F. Same thing here. Remove the 1. Okay. So if we look, I don't know if I want them in that spot. So let's, yeah, that's what I want. I'm thinking I want to be able to hinge my glasses like this. I'm thinking that's going to help me a lot. So this is the back lens. So now actually, let's take a look. This kind of becomes redundant. So I don't need this peg. I just need this peg. There we go. So we have an extra peg now. I don't need this. There we go. Oh no, I do need it. Wait a minute. We do need it. We have to add it here. I wonder what happens now. No, we don't want the peg there. Yeah, so now we're going to have to just move these together, which is fine, right? I can select both, and then I can move this after. That's the sacrifice we're kind of making because we're using that point kinematic output. And sorry, yeah, I can change that if I need to. For this, I'm going to copy the bridge, paste it there. So now we have these full glasses, right? And pretty good. I might ungroup these because that extra step, I don't really know why we have that. Let's see. Let's give ourselves some space. And if I ungroup, right, it's a lot faster to step up. Yeah, I like that. And you know, it's not so bad where it's extremely disorganized, so it's okay. Ungroup. Now we can just move everything back here. Just trying to keep everything organized. What do you guys think? Do you guys usually like to use groups, or are you starting to not use them as much? I've heard both ways, and there's some things that I like to group, some things that I don't like to group. You know what I mean? So I feel it's kind of all personal preference. And let's say I still needed to like reuse something, I could still just copy these nodes, duplicate them, or clone them, and then replace them. So it's not that big of a deal. But what I could do, actually, is group the whole glasses like that. Get rid of that, get rid of that. So now I have all the glasses in a group, which makes it a little bit cleaner. And when I step up, it doesn't bug me as much. All right, that's okay. The last thing I think I need on the bridge, it's always good. Every time I see glasses, you always need deformers on them, I think. There's not been a time where I could get the pose that I wanted just with the drawing. Especially on that bridge. That's really important. Because that's not connected to anything, right? Perfect. Let's line these up. This needs a deformer as well. So I'll go here. And that's the beauty about a point kinematic output. I can still add deformers, and it doesn't really mess things up so much. Right? I can still move. So same thing, these deformers, you can clone them, and I'll plug them right into the other hook. There you go. Same thing on the other side, right? So just shows you, even though it's not in a group, we can still clone it. And we'll report taste. Yeah, exactly. I think we were talking about that last stream. Also, how's it going, man? Nice for you, of you to jump on. But yeah, we were talking about that last stream. When to group, what to group, how you like to use the groups. It's all, to me, I think it's all personal preference. And like what, how are the animators going to like it, really, is what it comes down to. Because I find too, if you have a nice sprawling node view, like you have all the nodes without any groups, it gets a little bit laggy. And I don't really like that when I'm animating. It takes forever to like scroll through something in the node view, so I definitely think there's a nice balance. Okay, so now the glasses and the eyes, I'm gonna line those up. And then I'm gonna do a peg on this, and we're gonna go eyes full. So now I can move the eyes and the glasses at the same time, separate from the face. I'm gonna have a separate face peg. Let's see how that serves us, really. Oops. So there are my eyes. The eye peg, I'm gonna put it up here. And then we'll copy and paste that there. Now, I might play around with constraints as well, maybe some constraints on the face, but we can see when we get there. So this is what we have so far, guys. Looking pretty good. We have to auto patch the nose. And the problem is too, I can't, I have to be careful because I can't rename any of my drawings. For some reason, Toon Boom won't let me open my, look, drawing substitutions. If I click it, nothing happens, right? So I kind of have to be careful. I can't really rename my drawings, which is going to be super annoying, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Okay. So the face is done. Let's do the ears. Here's what I forgot to do. Because I want to have this thing separated into two pieces. So here's the hook. I'm going to copy, paste, and plug it in here. I'm going to only activate the line art on this, and only activate the color art on this. Plug that in there. We'll give them the exact same pivot point. Because you're going to see why I do this when I create the ear. Now let's go in, use our cutter. I like to use the marquee selection. And now on the line art, let's cut this. Control X. And Control V like that. Oops. Hang on, I just gotta respond to this. All right, so now watch. I have two pieces, but they're basically controlled by one. So let's, I'll do the first ear first so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Because my ears need to go behind my head. Okay, so if I create this, I'm gonna do two pieces. We'll call this back we'll just call it back ear. All right. Live rigging sesh. Yeah, 100%. Any questions you have, let me know. Hopefully we can get, like, I'm starting a few rigging projects. So we're going to just do them all at once and see what happens, instead of waiting for one to finish and then moving on to the next. Back, ear, interior, and close. We'll add some pegs, and then same thing. I'll plug that in there. So now this is always connected. So if we draw our ear, let's do a rectangle, line. And I'm still unsure if I wanted to have a solid black outline, or maybe it would look better if there was no outlines. I don't know. Because I kind of wanted this to be like an anime, but also cartoony style, you know? So, but also simple enough that we can rig the whole cast. Like I have a couple designs for a few more members of the cast where we can actually make some cool animations with this. So I see Mario's on. Yeah, you're waiting for that, eh? It's almost here in the next few weeks, I think. In April, the beginning of April. Once that pitch is done, I'm gonna be releasing some more footage on that. I'm also redesigning some of those characters, so we're gonna start rigging those characters as well. So it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Let's go here. Let's actually make his ear like this and like that. It might be a short stream today, guys. It's already 5 o'clock. One, two, there we go. And if this happens, you can always just select this. I think it has something to do with the texture. Sometimes the textures don't cut like they should. Okay, so watch. If we go here, I'll fill this in with color. And now I can layer the glasses behind. And then if we use our deformers, oh, wait a second. That's why. So maybe I can do it like this instead. Because I still need to layer this, but now the deformer gets both. That's what I want. Right, and the line is black as well, so it doesn't look so bad. Just like that. The only problem is now if you reset this, it goes back to there, but that's not a big deal. That's not a huge issue. And if we activate this, the ear is behind the head, which is what we want, but the glasses are behind the ear. So we're using a combination of plugging things in the correct way and then Z depth. I just use a script to synchronize a hood. So like the script syncs the drawings, because that would be super helpful. Okay, so now same thing. Let's go back in. I'm just gonna select clone drawings only. See, it's a little bit harder when it's not grouped, but it's fine. We just got to remember where we plugged everything. And then thing, right? If there's a composite, it's not that bad. Okay, the ear next. Let's create some pivots. Like this. And like this. Yeah, that's. I'm going to close this gap. There we go. Oh, and we're going to fill it with our skin shadow color. Oops. What the hell? There we go. I'm going to add a little, I don't do this, but I'm going to add some shadows to this. Now, should I make the shadow separate? I'm going to say no for the ears. I'm going to say we don't need to do that because we move it like this. That should be all we need. But we'll see. What happens if we throw a deformer on it, though? I might have to do a weighted deformer for the ears. You guys hear my dog? Nope. Let me shut my door. 1 second, guys. Okay. Let's go here. Let's do a weighted deformer. I think it will be fine. So if I plug this into there, this into here. Wait a minute. I did that wrong. Like this and like that. No, wait. I always forget how to do this. I need to plug. No, it's this to this to that. That's how you do it. Yeah, it synced the nodes, I think, but I synced just the zip, so I had to do it. Interesting, but you should be able to add pegs, and like syncing is just drawing swaps. It's not pegs and Z depth as well, is it? Okay, there we go. So this weighted deformer, I can kind of move this around. My dog's going crazy. And I don't know if you guys knew this, but you can also add pegs and plug them into the weighted deformer, and then you use those pegs as like handles. So if I go here, see that? Like it doesn't work in this case, but you can play around with it. All right, let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to think if we can. No, I think that's fine. I was gonna say maybe we could sync these. Like so when I move this, this also moves, but I don't think we need that. All right. So now clone, selected drawings only. Let's get this in. This is the back ear. This is the front ear. What have we been going for 30 minutes? We might even just do an hour today, guys. Very, very, informal stream. Right into place. Okay, let's get our static transformation. Actually, let's select everything. Prefix, get rid of the B. Whoops. Add the F. Press OK. Now we go static transformation. 1. Whoops. And then we go front ear, static transformation. Reset this peg. Oh, sorry, I forgot to bake immediate parents. Reset. And then we can hit the point there. And everything should be good. That's good. That's good. Right? And said the other time, because when my ears were auto patched to the head, I needed an extra handle to select them, which is something we were talking about before. Okay, let's get the head done, guys, at least, because we're almost there. We got the face, the ears. We got to do the hair. Mauricio, how's it going, man? Yeah, sorry, I couldn't stream last night. Something came up, right? But yeah, today, this is that new rig we're talking about, and we'll probably jump on Tanuki again next week. How about you? How's it going, man? It's going to be a short one today, like only maybe another half an hour, and then we're going to go. I always like to have the ears in the middle for some reason. We got the head. I like to keep the head separate. The nose is going to be connected to the face. So let's go here. I'm going to call this face. Get that pivot point there. Yeah, it is. I got a couple other designs for the other guys, but we're going to start with him and see how it turns out, and then we can rig everyone else. Where's my mouth? So here is just a placeholder mouth, but I'm going to connect it up to the face as well. Okay, there we go. So now the face peg, I got that. I don't like to include the ears in the face because I can just select them after, and it's easy to move them up and down, especially when you're doing head tilts. That's what I like. Face, head. Yeah, I have designs for them. So I have them all set up. They're just ready to go, ready to rig. I can show you guys. I don't have my iPad with me, but I can post the designs in the members Discord. This will be head full. Okay, so now we have this all connected. Let's connect the ears, and now we have everything connected. Let's save this. Hey, there he is. How's it going, man? Long time no see. How have you been? It's always nice to have you jumping on. Okay, so the first thing I need to do now, find the nose. I want to auto patch the nose because, watch. See that? I need to get these lines away. So we could probably do this without a group. The nose base needs to be cut by the head and the jaw. I'm going to say an auto patch. So if I shove this in here, that's exactly what I want. And if I create a composite, so now I can feed in a couple more, and I copy this auto patch to the jaw. That's what we want. Now, what I need is an overlay. And I plug this here so it bypasses everything, right? Just like our thing, our group that we made before. Copy. No, for this one, I don't want to reuse it. I'm just trying to start from scratch just so I can remember how to do things. But for the other characters, I probably will. Because the way I did it, some of the designs are pretty much the proportions are the same. So I can reuse basically everything and just change the drawings. But now we get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. I actually think I like that there. And let's just go pencil editor and taper them a little bit. too much. Let's go here. Taper that. There we go. And then if I need to, what I can do is I can just have like different drawing swaps with the overlay layer in different places. And that kind of, if I need to adjust it. I can also throw a deformer on this. And then if I use the same like drawing base, I should get away with just using one deformer. Let's go here, display one. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna, like, sometimes I just like to build the rig from scratch just because it helps me remember. But when I do the other characters, I'm gonna reuse pretty much this whole setup. You can create like a blank rigging template, but you can also just like change the artwork, change the palettes. Like you can also do that. But yeah, you're 100% right. Sheriff animates. Okay, so watch. So see, look, I can adjust this now. And that's what I want. And let's say I need to create a new drawing swap. It should still be the same if I'm just touching the overlay. Okay, nice. That looks good, guys. That's good. That's good. Eyes. The nose base, the nose shadow. I'm also going to throw a deformer on the shadow as well. 1, 2, 3. Could probably do just 3. Gives us a little more control of this. Now, see this? It looks broken, but it's not. That's fine. That's okay. Let's reset everything. Soon. Okay. We got this. We got our jaw. Let's throw. Okay, so now we have our face. I want pretty much deformers on everything. So let's just check. We got the ears. We got the eyebrows and the eyes. The pupil doesn't need one. That needs one. That's fine. Perfect. We need one for the nose. The mouth we're not going to touch yet. Let's do the jaw. I'm going to leave the ears out just in case I need to auto patch them. Let's go like that. Head and jaw. And then we'll do the hair. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 points. Should be okay, right? What do you guys think? 4 points? One, 2, 3, 4. 5 points. We all good with that? Need to adjust this a little bit. I don't really care about the middle, but I want to have deformation points close to the corners at least, I find. When I'm animating, that's where I need the most control, is on these corners. Okay, let's go like this, let's go like this. Perfect. I used to rename the deformations, but my God, it's too much work. Okay, and I don't think these need to be auto-patched. I think we should be fine. All right, even if it goes like that a little bit, I think we're okay. Okay, so now let's step up our hierarchy and see if everything is in the correct pivot point. So the jaw, let's put the jaw here. The head can pretty much be in the same spot. Okay. The lips, let's just do it right up there. The nose. This. I have a method to put this store. I'm looking at the counterpoints. Try that. What do you mean? Like you look at the opposite point when you're doing it manually? I normally just do the automatic ones, and hopefully it puts it in the right spot, you know? Oh. Okay. But yeah, see, explain a little bit more. That sounds interesting and useful. Eyes are good. Glasses are good. Face is good. Nose is good. That's the face as well. And then here, this head. There we go. Now we can do the hair. So the way I set this up, pretty much all of this hair can be behind the head. So it never comes in front except for these two pieces. Right? If we look, only these two pieces ever come in front of the head. So hopefully that makes it a little bit easier to animate. Beepo. Hey, I just want to say thank you so much. No worries. Thanks for joining the stream. How's it going? Are you working on anything? Anything fun? So let's go here. This is going to be the hair comp. Okay. I'm going to go hair base. I'm going to separate, I think, 2 pieces. Okay. So I'll call this hair 1, hair 2, just like this. I'm going to make this hair comp a little bit bigger as well because I know I'm going to need lots of space. There's going to be lots of like cutting and stuff like that. Let's add deformers. Do I have a job for you? Maybe. Nothing yet though, but maybe in the future, man. I'm always on the lookout. And I always need good people who know how Toon Boom works. So 100%. If you're not, connect with me on Discord so we can talk more. Sled TV, how's it going, man? The Blender Master is here. New character, yeah. It's Harry Potter, can't you tell? Maybe when he's done. Oh, I almost forgot too. Scar. We forgot his scar, guys. I gotta add that in. I learned doing for about a month thanks to YouTube, and all makes so many of these videos incredible. Oh, that's good, man. About a month is pretty new. Are you doing it just for a hobby, or are you trying to get a job? Like, what's your end goal? Generations, nice, dude. 4 years. That's a long time. That's good. What did you? How did you find working on Fiverr? Was it good? Every time I've been on, I usually get zero jobs. So I kind of just like stopped going on there. Okay. So now we need to think. First of all, I want this line to be thicker. I'm going to make it like 6. And we can do a cool symmetry trick here. I'll make it like that. I can turn on snapping. Okay, so now snaps to the guide. It should. Yeah, snap to alignment. Okay. Point, snap. It should snap. I don't know why it's not. Oh, because it's not turned on. There we go. Snapping to the alignment guide, snapping to the alignment guide. Even on the money, not good. Interesting. But you can create your own, like you charge what you want on Fiverr, no? Oh, 1 second, guys. Medit, this is my brother calling. Sorry. How's it going? Just at home.
Who are you with?
No, I'm just talking on the computer.
Oh, sorry. I was
No, it's fine.
I was gonna say I'm gonna go pick up some cash on the way back. How much like physical cash do you have?
1 sec. Like nothing.
Then I'll go pick up.
Okay. All right. See ya. Perfect. Okay. Those are renting from storyboards. I want to give her the shown. Okay, nice. So like Storyboard Pro or Harmony, like the animation one. Do you use Discord, Sheriff Animations? Do you use Discord? Because message me on Discord and you can what's it called? We can connect there. All right, so watch. So I select this. Now I have half, right? And I know it's perfectly half because I use this alignment guide. I can actually turn this off for now. Copy, paste, shift, like up and sideways to turn it back. We right click, flip, and now we just hold shift. Whoops, that was the wrong thing. Shift and move this into the new position. So now we turn snapping back on. See my points? They're not connected just yet, so I can move it a little bit in. Connect them there. And they connect perfectly because of snapping, right? So we snap them together. It should. Don't know why it's not doing it. Now, I can select and I press this button like a bunch of times. And it should merge everything. So now this is just 1 point instead of 2. Right? Pretty Pretty easy. Oh, Depot says yes. Nice. I feel they don't really teach too much of Toon Boom in school as much. Now they're starting, but it's like so important. And it seems like it goes hand in hand. I don't know why people don't know more about Toon Boom in school. What are your plans for the days? Yeah. So what I want to try and do is like reanimate some scenes from the actual movies. I think that could be fun, or pretty much anything. Maybe do some animation contests for you guys, like release these rigs and have you guys make some cool animations as well. Just a bunch of stuff. Any ideas of what you want to see with these? Shoelaces, mouth, hair. I'm not going to fill the hair yet because I can't see. But I know for a fact what I need to do. Watch. So hair 2 is going to be this. I'm going to go line. I can turn off snappy now if it gets in the way. You don't need to keep it on. This line is actually going to be smaller. So, oh, it is. It's 4. Let's go here. Let's go here. And just kind of match this up. These are going to be 2 separate pieces, I think. I don't think I need this. I'm just going to round it a bit. And kind of anchor it in the middle. Now we'll take our pencil line. I'll add a point with control. And kind of just make this a little bit bigger. Okay, and then the other hair piece, also going to be smaller, and it's going to be on this side. And then we'll use our auto patches to hide the parts we don't want to see and show the parts that we do want to see. Like I'm going to connect them like this almost, so the hair is covering that. Good parodies, yeah. That actually would be funny. The problem is though, I'm not funny. It's hard for me to write those funny jokes, so I would need some help for sure. Okay, so there. Whoops. I'm just gonna get rid of all these points. Now I don't want this too much because I don't want the bounding box to be huge, but I think we can get away with just that. And now same thing, let's pencil editor. Kind of bring this in and taper that line. Okay, so that's that. Let's bring in our auto patch group now. Whoops. Right to modify. Rigging. Auto patch. All right, so that's the same kind of deal we always use. I'm gonna copy it like a few times because we're gonna need all of these. And all it is, guys, remember, it's our line art, color art, overlay, and whatever else you want, just in one group. So if I want to, let's do this now. On the color art, we're gonna fill in this hair. Okay, same thing. Color art, fill in that hair. Color art, fill in that hair. We want these to be, we want the, if you can't see, let's zoom in. We want the line, if you guys can see, to be in front of the hair. Lincoln, it's going good. It's going good. How are you? Have you been on a stream before? Or is this your first time? So what we're going to do we go inside the group. I take out my overlay. I take out my line art. I get rid of this comp. So now we have overlay, line, and color. So if I put my line here, I put my color behind everything. See that? It's hard to see, guys, because it's black on black. Actually, for now though, I'll make the line like blue. Okay, so we can see it. Okay, so now I need to cut this. So I get a cutter and I'm going to cut it with the hair base, or sorry, the color art. Okay, so now that's inside. I need another cutter. And we can go, if we press Shift or something. Wait a minute, Alt and Shift? Shift, just Shift. I can cut that with the same point. All right. Let's move our waypoints over there so we're a little bit more organized. See that? Now I have these pieces inside the hair. First time. Nice, Lincoln. That's awesome. And are you like a Toon Boom guy or animator, rigger? So now let's go here. Set our pivot points. 1. This is going to be the same as that. And this is going to be the same as both. So we can choose to move the hair like this. We can choose to layer the hair, right, when the head turns. And there's our hair base. Now what I want to do, guys, is I want to auto patch. Actually, I mean, I don't really need to auto patch it. It looks okay, to be honest. So maybe I won't. The hair looks fine like that. I sort of do both. Nice. Most people do. That's awesome, Lincoln. Have you watched the new Invincible season? Actually, me and my brother are watching that right now. We're on like the first 2 episodes, and it blows my mind because that is a huge example of a show with most parts, the animation is pretty crappy, right? The characters don't really move when they're talking. Their mouth is just moving. They never move their bodies. Like, it's very basic, the animation, but then they really put all their budget into a few different scenes. And it's one of the biggest shows, you know, so it's kind of crazy. Okay, so like watching it, the animation is pretty terrible sometimes. And it kind of blows my mind. Let's do the bangs. 1. Let's go here, here. But everyone loves it. So what do I know, right? Let's bring these in front. Yeah, that's what I hear or I've seen on like Instagram. The last episode is like a huge fight scene or something. So you see, like, they save their budget for the most important parts. It's very strange how small of a budget that show actually has, though, considering it's like one of the biggest shows out there. Right? It's pretty weird. Oops. Let's go here. I'm gonna go like this. this, this. And right, when I was designing this character, guys, I was really trying to think about the rigging. So I tried to keep it as simple as I could. All right, there we go. This actually should be in front. This should be there. Yeah, exactly. They saved it for the end. Let's go here. What time is it, guys? 1 hour. So we did it for an hour. I think I'm gonna have to call it here once that we get this hair done. Okay. So let's fill this hair. Whoops, not with green. With the hair color. Okay. Now we're gonna do our auto patch. So copy. I think you can copy these no problem because they're just line art filters. So if you just cross auto patch them, see that? That's what we want. And now what we can do, we go on our line art, copy, paste, and now we can kind of get rid of the pieces that we don't want. So let's go here. We'll taper this a little bit. Right, so now this just is an auto patch though by each other. I don't want this to appear. So what I can do, I can either auto patch it with this, which is what I might do, instead of this. So this will be the piece that cuts these lines away. So I need to come here to both and add another auto patch. Okay. Right, we come back here, we add another auto patch. Same thing in this piece. I need another auto patch. Now watch what we do. I'm going to plug in the bangs to the hair. And I'm going to plug in the hair to the bangs. This just makes sure that when it's forward or back in Z depth, it still auto patches it. Yeah, the voice acting is good in Invincible. I think that's where their budget goes, is to pay those actors, right? Sarah says, how can I talk to you and share a product? So my Discord name is Fab Joffrey. Or wait, hang on a second. You can join. I'll show you. You can join our. Where is it? So here's the link to join the server, and then I can talk to you there. You can share things on the server. How long have you been? I've been doing this for, I think, just over 4 years now. Like working in the industry for 4 years. But I've been using Toon Boom long before that, like trying to learn it myself. I would say since 2017. Okay, and this goes here, and this goes here. Right, but see, so this isn't too bad, guys. Like this, of course, is complicated, but if we just look at these, it's not so bad. It's just 3 things. So now we come in on the line, copy, paste on that overlay, and now I can kind of just select what I don't want to appear. I want this to taper in. Just like that. So see, watch, when I move this, so if I connect these two together, and I move this away from this piece, see, the lines show up again, which I kind of like that. I kind of like to keep it there. We'll see how that works. Yeah, there's a lot to learn, but at the same time, too, it's not too bad. It's not too complicated. Like, a lot of it is doing the same thing over and over again, applying it to different situations. It's not too difficult. I mean, there are a lot of moving pieces, but Toon Boom nowadays is a lot better than it was way before. So you're coming at a good time. I'll call this hair front pieces. And now, okay, so let's do I'll do the deformers after. But see, like, I'm really happy that I took the time to kind of think about how the hair would rig, because it makes it a lot easier when it actually comes to, you know, deforming things or cutting the auto patches, you know. So hair base can go here. And I do want to have this separate, but then I'll have this, and I'll go hair base full. Just post in there and I'll see it. You could post anywhere in the group and I'll see what you sent. Exactly. You're 100% right, Mauricio. It's like the most important thing is understanding the layering of the line art and how to cut things. Then you're basically like 90% of the way to rigging something. Okay, so now we have hair full. That's completely separate. And then if we move it down, I just want to see that moves in front. So I could just use Z depth, but I could also plug these two pieces in front. You know what I mean? I could also just plug them like this. So now if I move my hair down, they're just automatically in front. I think we're going to do that. Okay, here, I also need to taper that. I'm going to save that, guys. That's looking good. What do you guys think? And I can quickly just do the back pieces as well. Now, we can think, do I want to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 separate pieces? Or maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. What I actually want to try and do as well, maybe I'll do it for the Hermione character, is I want to try and use a dynamic spring for the hair. So you ever see it where they rotate the rig and the hair kind of counter rotates at the same time? It's pretty cool. But I don't know how to do it on the stream, so I'll do it after. And I'll maybe next week. All right, so let's go back hair 1. back hair 2, back hair 3, back hair 4. All right. Connect them all there. Add a peg. And this is pretty straightforward, this part. So we can make it 6. I'm going to play around with the different line weights as well, because I want the outer lines to be thicker and the inner lines to be thinner. So I think my inner lines will be 4 and my outer lines are going to be 6. Yeah, so that's there. This can kind of connect right there. I'll kind of move this down like this. This guy is going to go here. Cool. Yeah, of course. Let me have a look. And even one of these days, we can schedule a call and if you want to talk. But just give me a sec to kind of sort all my shit out. And I can message you. Maybe sometime next week, we can jump on a call. Okay. That's one. And then for this hair, I'm going to just make it one piece. I think, let's see. It should give us what we need. If this is one piece like this, then we have that kind of this way. We kind of have it like this. I'm sure I will, dude. I'm sure I will. I think I've seen it before, but I can't remember. I gotta check it again. Let's go here. And let's go here. Last one. I think that was the fastest I've ever rigged a head, guys. Okay. Okay, what time is it? Almost 6. So same thing, let's fill in. Oh, shoot. I did it all on the overlay. So I gotta paste everything on the line art now. That's important when you're working with auto patches. Make sure everything's on the correct layer, or else it's not going to work. Okay. There we go. Now we'll create color art, create color art, create color art, create color art. Now we go in, fill the hair, fill the hair, fill the hair, and fill the hair. So same kind of deal, guys. We could auto patch it. You don't have to auto patch it. Let's see what it looks like with a black line, right? Like you can't really tell too much. I think I might. Okay, let's auto patch. these two at least. Okay. And I could leave these, but I'll auto patch these two. Actually, fuck it. I'm going to do this one as well. So we're not going to auto patch them all together just yet. We may have to when I start turning the character around. Some pieces might not look how we want, but for now, there we go. It looks okay. Let's do our pivots. It's going to be pretty interesting when we get to the collar as well. That's going to be a challenge. The robe itself isn't going to be too difficult. It's actually going to be, I think, pretty easy. It's just the collar is probably going to be the hardest part. And then that's it, guys. The design is pretty easy. Okay. Let's connect. Yeah, I forgot the scar. I got to put the scar on. Actually, let's do that now. Let's do it at the end. Yeah, they probably don't. I need to see, though, Mauricio, because maybe here, maybe in the back view, they will. But until then, I think we can just leave it. Let's plug everything together. And this can pretty much be the same pivot point as this. And we plug that in there. So now we have the full hair. Okay, I can move this. Actually, sorry. Because I want to be able to move the top and the bottom separately, but I also want to be able to move them together. So there, and this is my hair master. Easy. And this can just be the same. This can be the same pivot point as that. Save it. Let's do the scar, because you're right, guys. Let's attach it to the head. Okay, there are the lips. We'll handle that after. I'm going to go here and we'll do scar. I still need to choose the color, I think. Attach that right to the head. Right, see, I have the scar outline, but I don't know what color I'm going to choose. It's going to be 4. It shouldn't. It shouldn't. Because all it is just I'm cutting certain lines here and there. I'm not actually changing the rig. So maybe I'll have to play along with the, play around, sorry, with a few different parts, but I'm not too worried about that. It shouldn't like ruin my rig completely. Because all an auto patch is, I'm just cutting a different part with a different part. There it is, the iconic scar. And let's give it some variation. There we go. Oops. Okay, and let's fill it. I don't know what color it should be yet. Something like that. The outline can be maybe a little darker. We could even make it like yellow. Maybe not. I don't know. I'll play around with that. Here we have the pivot point. And it's connected to the head. Maybe I should connect it to the face instead. Yeah, I think that's better. All right. Save it, guys. That's the head done. Look how fast we did that. Hair. Oh, we got to go in and add some deformation pieces on the hair, but that's not a big deal. Let's see the render view. I'm liking that so far. Well, I think actually, yeah, looks good. I might add some shadows to the head, but for now, like what I might do, actually, watch, just quickly, before we go. These are the bangs. I'm going to go, actually, it's not quick. Never mind. I'm not going to do that right now. But yeah, guys, that's the Harry Potter we're going to be working on. We got a whole cast of characters ready. I'm going to share it in the Discord. We got the Tanuki rig we're still working on. We have the, what is it? The Jon Snow fight scene that we're doing. So a lot of stuff we're going to be doing on the live, guys. We're just going to be rotating every week, something different, so it doesn't get stale. All right? All right, guys. Thanks for joining on a Saturday. Have a good Saturday night, guys, and I'll see everybody next week. Thanks for jumping on. Take it easy.